Calling all units, calling all units. Donut Shop has a fresh dozen. Go ahead and take a 1040.
We need to be careful of who we're around.
Yes.
We need to.
Yes.
Bottom line, I was like I had said earlier, I got to my hometown police department, finally employed after just dreaming about it for 6 years, all while going through college and going through the Marines and getting deployed. I would even have their hometown patch in my chest pocket in my Marine Corps uniform, just like, this is the goal.
Nice.
And when I finally got sworn in December of 2007, I was just like, yes, dream come true.
Yeah.
Guys, a little after a year of working there, I quit and went to another department.
Really?
I got in with such a negative group that they negatively influenced me. I made a negative decision, and there were negative consequences, and I own it to this day. But that was my huge wake-up, as you essentially are who you're around most of the time.
Yep.
And we have to be careful of that, in the sense of, as one of my favorite motivational speakers, Les Brown, says, you hang around losers, chances are you're going to be a loser. We need to lift each other up, not talk bad about everything all the time.
Yeah.
I hate I had to go through that, but I did, and I learned from it, and I was never infected again by it.
What are some of the things they would say? Some of the...
Oh, this department's a sinking ship. If I could go somewhere else, I would. I mean, all that kind of stuff. And looking back on it, I'm like, why didn't you act on your misery? And not for it, but on it, in the sense of going towards a solution.
Yeah.
Just whatever. But
that's the truth. Like,
yeah.
Do something about it.
Yeah.
That's the way you're crying. I don't want to hear the crying. What's the problem? What's the solution? Go work towards that. And if you're not doing that, get out of my way. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it.
And it goes in waves, and I see it in my own place right now. And so people want to blame. It's the chief's fault. It's this fault.
Yeah.
It's like no, man. You're the one that puts the uniform on. You're the one that gets in the car. You're the one that goes and handles it. Why did you start this job? Did you start this job because you wanted the chief to be able to piss you off, or did you start this job to get out there and have a good time and be a police officer?
I think I've said this now like 5 times on this podcast. The best quote I've probably ever heard about police officers, Chief Delrish Moss now.
Congrats on that.
Again, second time.
In Miramar.
He was sitting right where you were in the garage. He went on the Wayne's World set. So he's sitting there and he says there's 2 things that cops hate: when things change and when things stay the same.
Yeah, totally. Dude, it's
so
they hate
accurate.
Everything. So it's like, man, what a great quote, and shout out to him. I use it. I milk that quote, sir. I milk it. I love it.
We got to have him visit again.
Yeah, he's got to come back on.
Good for him. Yeah, with some of that stuff, I find, and I've said it a little bit lately at work, is when it's not busy outside and we're not focused on a goal or a crime trend, or it's getting dangerous.
There's no mission. There's
no big mission out there. Then we end up sometimes turning the cameras or turning the weapons towards ourselves. And we start eating ourselves. And I've had some people argue that with me and say that that's not correct. But I'm going to always believe that we're we're like problem solvers a lot of times, and we're trying to solve people's problems outside. But when it's just smooth sailing out there, we start creating problems inside and trying to pretending like we're fixing them inside. And we kind of realize that we may not be that good at fixing problems sometimes.
No,
inside. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go right now.
Insightful for sure.
But that's the dangerous. That's another mental health problem that creates is internally the infighting or the change sometimes gets people upset and gets people fighting.
So the poisonous people, stay away.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Well, if you're surrounded by negativity at work, without being too pushy, I guess try to be that light in the room.
Yeah.
But if it's still not working, then it's all the more reason outside of work to find a group of people who are not like the ones at work. Like, you can be like, so many cops would say, well, I have friends outside of work. Okay, what quality of friends do you have outside of work? Are they being negative just as much as the people at work are being? You're not helping yourself out. There are literally mastermind groups you can join now. And yeah, some of them cost, but you invest in your own self. It's not a purchase, in my opinion. You're investing. And people spend thousands of dollars to go to college to get a degree they might not even use, but nobody nobody, says anything about that. But you join a group and pay money to be part of people who think about how to achieve something, and people are like, "Well, are you crazy? Why would you spend money on that?" No, I beg to differ. If that's what it takes, then do it. Anything because you are going to be who you're around, and if you are around negativity a lot, well, then you have to make that much an effort to fight back and say, I'm going to be around some people who help me grow as a person outside of work. So I don't let the negativity at work pull me down, because it did me, and I never want to go through something like that again. That was awful.
Yeah, that's good. And then when you moved on, did you see the light, or was it that made you move on? Like, I don't want to be around these people, I'm out, or something happened, you left, and then you're like, oh, wait, the grass is greener.
No, the grass wasn't greener. It was just like, I made a bad mistake. I left for all the wrong reasons, and a lot of them weren't even true. Mm-hmm. And 8 months later, the hometown department took me back. Oh, okay. The administration that I didn't speak too highly of, they were all in that oral board interview to hire me back. That was a 90-minute oral board where they chewed me out. I deserved it 100%. Yeah. And they really wanted to make sure that I wanted to come back, all for the right reasons, and was really desiring it. And I still think I hold the record for the longest oral board at the department. Wow. I'm shouldn't be proud of, but anyway, it was 90 minutes. But they took me back. I never had the same perspective again. Never did. Now, would I complain at times? Absolutely. But it never got sucked into it like I did the first year.
Hey, come here. Come here. No, bring it in real close. I got something for you. Did you subscribe yet? Right down there. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, because you got to know when we're going to give you a show. Do it. Go now. I'm waiting. Come on. Right there. All right, back to the show.
Calling all units. Donut Shop has a fresh dozen. Go ahead and take a 1040.